Hey everyone, it's Meg.
And Corball Starscreamer!
He was ready to scream. Our puppies are asleep. We're ready to go. We're gonna knock out some Clone Wars. No, they're used to me screaming.
Yeah.
And we're watching Aayla Secura. Am I saying that right?
I have no idea. We'll find out.
I thought you knew this Jedi.
No, I don't know. I know Depa Balaba. I just realized something. What?
Should we talk about Plagueis?
We can, yeah.
In this? Or
No.
video?
I think separate. Keep it separate. Like you can
okay, because it's fresh on my mind.
You
Okay,
can put elements of it in there if you want to, but
right, if it comes up organically.
If it comes up, because
organically.
Organically.
Oh, that would be a cute nickname for him.
Organically.
So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. This is season 1, episode 13, called Jedi Crash. Hopefully, it's not sad, right?
Considering they're crashing, I'm sure it's a lot of fun.
Okay, like Lost.
And you know, with it being the Clone Wars, like war is typically really fun.
Maybe it's like they all take a nap.
Yeah,
you know?
they just like
they take a nap.
They're just playing. Greed and fear of loss are the roots that fear of loss. Awesome.
What am I supposed to do? Just not care if he's gonna die, Jedi? Like, I can't do that. No one can do that.
They remove all attachment.
Maybe provide a solution.
Race across the galaxy to aid Jedi Knight Aayla Secura, who is in the midst of a fight for her life as the sinister droid army.
I am glad that we get to know more about her, because all that we got to see of her in the movies was her getting killed without getting to draw her lightsaber even. Oh, jeez.
Sometimes the graphics look really good. I feel like they kind of... I apparently the R2 one was like made early.
Oh,
the one
I
we
see.
Watched, so.
I do kind of love that they were just like, yeah, we'll release it all.
Techno beat, yeah. Exactly. Who cares? This way.
I've been reading a lot of Ninja Turtles, so I keep expecting the Ninja Turtles to show up, but they're not gonna show up because this is Star Wars. Oh yeah. Oh. Angry Annie. This is insane.
They're just standing.
No!
I'll be on board Ayla's cruiser.
Master, are you sure that's the wisest thing?
He's Anakin Skywalker, not Anakin Wise Walker.
That was insane. That was really cool.
He's so cool.
Oh my god, it's like Darth Vader hallway scene.
Hey kid.
I know.
Sometimes she's sir and sometimes she's kid. I love it. I love that they interchange.
This is taking too long.
That's why I pictured the Ninja Turtles. It's because of that droid.
I don't.
Okay, I love that. I don't care. Reminds me of a priest, a Catholic priest.
I don't care.
Amen.
May
Amen.
the power of God be with you.
And also with you. Oh, she got her own hallway scene, bitches.
Oh yeah, the underhand blade.
You like an underhand blade?
I just think it's cool because like all of Anakin's apprentices use the underhand, but he doesn't.
That's cool.
How do you plan to get us out of this mess?
Well, I have a ship docking in the lower hangar as we speak.
Nice.
Like, we'll get there.
Hold it.
Question mark?
Oh, it's like rainbow Jedi lightsabers.
No! Yeah! Oh my god, he's so good. That's what a 37,000 midichlorian count gets you.
Are all Jedi so reckless?
Just the good ones.
Oh, that's precious. That's precious. It's so true.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, pretty awesome that an animated series is unafraid to show the brutality of something, like just like his head hitting the console. Like, it's just so, even though it's animated, it feels real.
Shut down all power circuits to reset the coordinates.
That will cut off Anakin's life support.
I don't like it any more than you do, but it's a risk we're going to have to take.
Life support.
Oh. Whoa. Okay. And that's a gravitational field.
Oh, thank goodness for Jedi.
Oh.
Well, we're not gonna crash into the star, but we're definitely gonna hit that planet.
Oh! Hit it! Oh, yeah.
Yeah. On your feet, Anakin.
Oh,
oh man.
I'm just glad he wasn't awake to see that landing.
He would have.
Yes, he would.
He would have.
And he will.
Did the art of demolishing ships and almost getting my master killed.
What? That's not your fault,
nothing to do
honey.
with
He's
you.
crazy. Like, you saved him. Like, I don't think other people would have gone back to get him.
Yeah.
Because, like, oh, they're not supposed to attach to people. But she did, and it's really sweet.
I can't leave him. Master,
Aw.
I know if I was hurt, he'd never leave me behind.
We must do all we can to get off this planet. As a Jedi, it is your duty to do what is best for the group.
She has, like, a slight French accent. It's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, kid. Good luck.
It's a
Thanks,
lot
Rex.
for a kid.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna do this through the night. She said we'll be back by daybreak. The sun is setting.
They're pulling
Like,
a Gimli,
Ahsoka.
Aragorn. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
just like-
It's just,
Oh, jeez.
I get so confused sometimes.
And she's
It's
following the
forbidden
Force.
for Jedi to form attachments, yet
But he has to
we're
stay
supposed
alive.
to be compassionate.
It is nothing to be ashamed of, Ahsoka. Don't lose 1,000 lives just to save one.
Maybe.
Maybe. I love
Try
her.
to save his life.
Yeah. I love her.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But it is within the Force will for him to stay alive and him to be protected. So I think that's funny they don't realize that. Like, he has to stay alive. And so I think it's her loving him, but also her knowing, like Luke knew, like Anakin knows. Sometimes it's good to have that attachment to follow the will of the Force and like destiny or whatever, you know, because he has to stay alive.
And like Luke obviously learns from that.
And it's not as cut and dry, black and white as just like you should let them go. No. But I think she has her own shit, like Aayla, like she
Probably.
and Yoda had his own shit.
I'm like, who was your master, Aayla? Who was your master? Yes,
When
yes.
he was so adamant, like you have to let them go, it's because he was projecting.
Because he was attached to so many, like the Wookiees too.
Yes, I know. I always think of the Wookiees. Miss you, I will.
It looks like someone or something intelligent enough to figure out a use for the pods has dragged them away.
Oh.
All we have to do is follow the trail. Let's go.
So
Oh.
who's the Twi'lek and who's the other one? What is Ahsoka and what is she? Because they're different, right?
They're different, yeah.
So Twi'lek and what is the other one?
I forget.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll learn. Oh, lizard people.
Oh.
He's awake. Did they take Rex?
Rex
They're
might
like
be sleeping.
scavengers. Wait.
Oh, no, there he is.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you alright?
I'm sorry, vultures. But yes, scavengers.
Vulture turtle.
Caleb.
It's like
I
a
do that
turtle!
shit with my fucking. I'm like, it's like Dishonored, it's like Hitman, so I can't judge you. Can you stop?
Whoa!
They are good ass shots. Okay, all right. Oh man,
Cameron's dead.
Not Cameron.
I don't. Do you remember that meme I shared on my Instagram story of like, like Star Wars fans when a clone that was shown for 0.2 seconds dies?
Cameron!
And I'm like, why you gotta expose me and Caleb like that?
Not
Shit.
Cameron!
I was like, how could Heavy die?
Lucky Flash!
Pod Central. We made it.
Cute skies, like painted brush strokes. Oh hi. Okay.
Our ship clashed a few miles away and one of us is very
I
badly
think
injured.
Twilight, they've given a lot of them French accents.
Oh, that's cool.
Jedi are no peacekeepers. You will only destroy what small amount of peace is left in the galaxy.
Please, can you at least give us some medical supplies? My friend is dying.
I will send my son, Wag, too, to help your friend.
Oh.
Padawan.
Oh.
Who do you think
No.
would win in a battle? Ahsoka or Wag 2?
Stop.
Oh,
What difference does it make who started the war and who only wants to end it? No side is free of fault. It takes two to fight.
That's
Isn't
true.
liberty worth fighting for?
Yes, Polish would say yes.
Fighting for something doesn't necessarily mean you have to...
I love
Is it
these little
Scottish?
Irish
Or
monkeys.
Irish?
These Irish.
Oh man, that's kind of cool. And when they say colonize, I almost think it's like settling, like settlers or travelers who settle. And I love, we should kind of look into who has what accent. I mean, ignore the kind of initial Chinese accents with the train.
I'm like,
but
where
still,
are you
like,
going with this?
no. But like some of the later stuff with like French and Irish, it's just interesting.
Yeah. I feel it is intentional.
And even if it isn't, and it's like a stereotype,
Or
then
it's just
that's
the
worth
voice
exploring
actor.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, the Irish like tried to escape a
Yes, and
man-made
they were
famine.
Like, exactly. And they were just like, can we just exist? Stop.
No.
And to the point
don't.
where, oh,
Fine.
fine. I love her.
to go your way.
Good work, little guy.
You're a little guy. I
Yeah.
love you. Aww.
Good to see you, Snips.
Oh, buddy.
If I'd stayed with Anakin, we probably wouldn't have found this village in time to save him. At least this whole ordeal is over now.
Oh, I like her meditation. Sitting stance.
Well, I'm sure Admiral Yularen and the Republic fleet are looking for us. It shouldn't take them too long to get here.
I like those little butterflies. They remind me of lunar moths.
Oh yeah. Funny because
I think
that's
that the
exactly
people
what
will also
Sidious
learn.
wanted, is for them to not be seen as defenders of peace.
Right. And it's like, yes, I think that they're going to have to decide too,
Yeah.
because a lot of those people, like a lot of those peoples try to mind their business. Like I just finished the Mon Calamari.
Mm-hmm. The Tordarians
Issue?
too. It was like,
There's a lot that are just like, we don't want to, and even if we help you, we might get drawn in. And that's what people did in World War II as well. Like the Allies.
Yeah.
Until they got forcibly dragged in, did America take action. You like it?
the Lurmen.
So cool. I love.
They're like lemurs.
have you-
Lurmen, lemur.
Have you seen them before?
No.
He's like living his best life.
What menace have you brought to our village now, Jedi?
Father, you can't blame them.
He's right. The
And you got
Separatists
the
don't even
youth.
know we're here.
Yeah.
We will not fight them at all. We would rather die than to kill others.
You're going to surrender? But how can you...
Ahsoka, stop.
I think he might
Maybe.
die,
Yeah.
and then his son will.
Uh-oh.
Is that Newt?
No.
Oh.
It's an Amoidian though.
Oh,
He's part of the Trade Federation.
yeah.
What do you...
You are now under the protection of the
Under the
Separatist Alliance.
protection.
I congratulate you on your good fortune.
Oh.
This is political as fuck.
I do not condone your presence here.
Stand aside. I would like to inspect my new colony. Ransack this dung heap.
Why are they tearing apart our homes?
Damn, is this relevant? And it's like that. First they came for the blank, and then I said nothing because I wasn't a blank.
Yeah.
And then they came for the blank, and then I didn't say anything.
In the future, we may conduct more periodic searches like this one in order to maintain security.
Yes,
die.
but they nearly brought harm to our entire village.
Oh,
But now, thanks to you, we're safe to grovel before every petty tyrant who enters our system.
he's radicalized.
Tub,
Some
track the
good
Jedi.
shit.
Follow them and make sure they get off-world.
Wow.
WAG 2, right?
WAG 2, yes.
You talking about stealing from one of the clankers? Count me in.
We need to...
I'm fine, just go!
Oh, buddy. It's so sad too because like he clearly hates it, and then he spends the rest of his half of his life severely disabled.
Yeah. He's already lost a hand, an arm, like half his arm.
Can't catch it if it gets out in the open.
I love
The
that
force bullet.
underhand. Go queen. Ooh, blue. And it's funny that her lightsaber is green. I just love Ahsoka and Qui-Gon having green lightsabers. They're so different.
Well, and Ahsoka's changes a lot.
Don't tell me.
No, I won't. You just...
Oh, that's so cool.
Hers has less of a bearing.
I'm so excited. Thank you for telling me that. Did they already set this up?
Probably.
No wonder all you Star Wars fans who grew up with this are so cool and like
And I
woke
mean,
and
there's
smart.
There's some of them that will defend stuff like this.
I know. Well,
like,
they're idiots.
Like people are like, well, the military bases on all the other countries keep us safe. Ugh. No,
Testing a weapon.
You little sheep.
They're just using this to test a weapon. It's true though.
Well, the Death Star originated with the separatists.
Yep.
Not.
Roger.
But
Roger.
the volunteers are you and you.
Get up! Oh!
That's some toy. It took out every living thing.
Roger.
The landscape has been destroyed, and the droids are undamaged.
Dooku?
Impressive.
Really?
Deforestation.
Wake up?
Freaking drill,
Yeah.
baby drill. That's the same kind of mindset.
Proceed then. I eagerly await the result.
This is what I hate about Dooku and Darkside Dooku specifically. It's like he goes even more into black and white and primitives versus civilized culture.
Mm-hmm.
Savages. Horrible.
There's a difference between pulling innocents into a war and leaving them to extinction.
Yep.
Love you, Annie. You do a lot of genocide. You
Yeah,
are complicit
he
in a lot
does.
of genocide as Darth Vader, and I hate it.
The Separatists are returning.
Yes,
He was a little guy, and I hope that he really appreciates his son after this when all is said and done, but he might die and the son takes over. now.
Yeah. You played any stealth games? You know how to avoid spotlights?
Padawan. Have you played Hitman?
This reminds me of Wind Waker. Because there's a whole like spotlight.
Ahsoka, you would have
avoiding.
loved Zelda. You would have loved Wind Waker. She's doing it so quick.
Yes.
For the general.
Probably doing some active battle meditation.
Yes,
to, like,
for sure.
So we will just lay down and be slaughtered. Father, even if we don't fight
I
the
love that
Separatists...
little moth on him.
That's how he got his message. Did you
Yeah.
see that?
Yeah, you're right.
Is this what all of you really want?
If it is
She's
our
starting a
destiny
revolution.
to be destroyed in your war, so be it.
Really?
No.
What about your people? He's ready to die. I think some old people are ready to die before they like save everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not
with
horrible.
Trickle down economics.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Like,
They
healthcare
just can't
systems
admit that things have changed and they
and
have
need
to adjust.
to change.
Yeah.
I will no doubt be promoted to a more
It's all about money.
substantial position within the Alliance.
I love that he just like talk. that's I love that. Okay, why are you telling me this?
Okay.
Many others agree with me, but we were raised under a very strict code. We must respect it, even if we don't agree.
Well, you have a few revolutionaries in that group. She'll probably think of a creative way to like.
But if we can withstand that weapon, we'll draw them in. Incoming! Power the shields!
Nice. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, they'll have to get their hands dirty and meet us face to face.
Yeah.
Prepare to charge.
Prepare to charge.
He's so upset.
I'm so mad.
He's not gonna get his easy promotion.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Sir, the first squad has been destroyed.
They're like my favorite part of the Imperial Army. They got like a sense of humor. I don't know how.
It's a tower defense game.
Yeah,
it's George Lucas humor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
No survivors.
Ooh. Oh, the hell did they do to you?
We're going to help.
I forbid this.
What more would you have them do before we are allowed to defend ourselves? But we have to do this.
Yeah! Yes! Oh, little guys. Get his ass.
Help! I'll be defoliated.
Defoliated. Defoliated.
What do you mean?
What is that?
Oh, he's running.
There goes my promotion.
No kidding. Yeah.
I love this. It reminds me of Luke.
Those guerrilla tactics. It's just
And
like...
he taught Ahsoka how to do that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's not technically. They're not killing the droids.
Yeah,
they're just helping.
Destroying machines.
Thank you, Wag2.
Thank you.
Perhaps we do owe you thanks. But I still wonder, at what cost?
Is that...
Those are Republic ships,
Okay.
but it's...
But now
yeah.
they had to
like,
choose a side.
Okay.
They're not, like, how are you going to monitor this planet for them?
Right.
I really like Aayla. I think she's really awesome. I loved seeing her, like, stealth tricks. And then I love that she listened to the leader of the village so much so that she was like, Ahsoka, we have to respect. Like, we have to respect. And I agree because the youth did have to come to the decision on their own. And they had to do the opposite by not forcing them into anything like the separatists did.
Yeah, they didn't expect or force anything out of them. It was just like, okay, we're gonna do what we think is right, and like you guys do what you think is right.
Right.
But be prepared to live with like whatever comes from it. It's just like,
yeah.
And it is a slippery slope to be like I loved how he was like, it doesn't matter who starts a war, like is killing worth it? And it's just like, no, but then at the same time it's like, okay, where do you draw the line? Right.
And then sometimes it's blurry who starts it, you know?
Because it doesn't matter.
If you look at exactly, and I'm thinking of, because I think of a lot of different things. I'm thinking of the official start of World War II, but it wasn't the official start. Or like October 7th, which they say was the start, which it is untrue with Israel and Palestine.
Like Russia and Ukraine.
Yes,
like...
and it's like this, it started because the West provoked us. No, you're going in, you can't use that as an excuse to justify murdering so many civilians and like trying to eradicate a culture and like an ancient culture and ethnic group. And sorry, but Germany and like Russia, Soviet Union in the past have really targeted Eastern Europe, like those, they're like Lechtic tribes, like Poland, Ukraine, Czechoslovakia. Is it called Czechoslovakia still, or is it Czech
I'm not the person
Republic?
to ask,
Okay.
I think so.
And like these people do remind me of those areas, and it's so funny they chose Ireland because Irish people, Scottish people, Welsh people they have been so oppressed by the United Kingdom and Anglo-Saxon English. Like, we will unite under the Queen's rule and we will offer our protection. And they, those same Eastern European countries who, I use Poland because I'm biased, but they have never wanted to expand. They have just wanted to fucking exist. There's never been, like, maybe at the start they thought about it, like some kings thought about it and shit, but they've never wanted to expand the way like the Roman Empire, the Ottoman Empire, the English monarchy, Russia, like that's never been on their mind. They don't really want to fight. But to brag on Poland again, they did prepare for fights though. Like they were like, no, you can't come in, like I don't believe you with this peace reason. And up until recently, it's sad, but they did take in so many Ukrainian refugees through this war and this attack from Russia. So I'm really proud of that. It wasn't until like fucking right wing came in, but it was like, I think the percentage in 2020 or 2019 was like 75% of Poles they had or would 100% take in a Ukrainian family or refugee. Like that was the motto. So I use that because I think that's a very great balance of like, we will help and we don't want to start violence, but we also are going to stand up for ourselves and we don't believe you. Like this unification, that's what it's been the whole time. Like mission trips, missionaries, like let's unify under. But what about like, look at all the details of that beautiful people, like the way that they were fighting. It reminded me of Luke tying the legs of that droid. Like who's to say maybe, you know, Anakin learned it from those people. Like you can actually learn if you respect cultures instead of just calling them primitives, which Palpatine and Dooku loved to say. I think Dooku, when he was a Jedi, not so much, but once he became Count Dooku and like really besties with Palpy, he just became so like, oh, it's primitive.
Yeah.
Like, because he was like, civilization. We have to fight for civilization. And it's like, okay, but they're not hurting anyone.
Yeah, it's just like points at how unnecessary conflict ultimately is, because it's like,
and who's
people spend so much time pointing fingers, like they started it. Even America, like the foundations of America, we glorify the American Revolution, but like while ignoring the fact that like America only even like it was a thing way before white people got here, and it's just like, okay, what you pointing to things and being like, they started it. It's all pointless and stupid, and what we could focus on is just like the destruction that it wreaks, and like the fact that no other living species in at least the modern world is capable of destruction on this scale. And it's just the pointlessness of it. That's the whole thing with the Clone Wars. It's just, it was all ultimately so, and that's what makes it so devastating and interesting, because it was all pointless. Every war, I feel like, is pointless ultimately. It's just like of course there I mean, and there are things that come out of it that aren't, but just like conflict in general, violent conflict, murderous conflict, it's just like,
most of us just want to exist peacefully. And then sometimes we do have to fight against a really, really bad threat when we have nuclear weapons. Like that's what that reminded me of, the atomic bomb.
It's just point where all the problems are, and we will unanimously be pointing toward the top 1%.
Exactly.
It's wealth and it's power that this very small percentage of people want to take hold of, and then they spend the rest of their time using the least fortunate of us to turn the most of us against each other. Like George Carlin put it best, I feel like, and it's very reflective of Star Wars, where it's like the people at the top will demonize the people at the very bottom to turn the people in the middle against each other.
Yeah.
And it's like these two sides thing. It's like, if you notice, one army is using an army of just entirely synthetics. It's like, okay, well, what do the actual people want? It's not what Sidious and Dooku want. It's peace. And it's like, even today, it's just like, anytime I see someone defending like a U.S. military base somewhere else is like keeping the peace or keeping us safe, I'm like, you are such, I feel sorry for you. Yeah. Honestly, I feel sorry that you feel that way, because that should not be necessary. Brainwashed. It's so disgusting, and it's so like elitist, and like
and
any
tell me
kind
you don't
of
know
militaristic,
anything
like,
about.
I don't understand just like worshiping violence and thinking that it's necessary in any aspect other than for defense and restoring peace.
And I think that they have no idea like what the land is like, and like I had the privilege of being accepted into a lot of, you know, growing up overseas, these people, you know, I think of like Thai people and Brazilians who just kind of like welcomed me in, thank goodness. And I think those types of people who defend that shit have no idea just like how functioning their societies are. They don't need intervention. A lot of the time they don't. Usually they, if it needs the defender of peace or whatever, it's like from America or Russia, like it's from an imperial kind of force. Imperialism, not, you know, not usually not terrorists, local terrorists or whatever. The local terrorists are initially funded by the imperial country. Like they will like create them to cause these conflicts. And so when you're defending it, you just look so stupid and ignorant. And it's like, tell me you don't know anything about like the Middle East. To tell me you don't know anything about the Arab people.
There is
like,
a fine
they're
line.
more advanced. Like, yeah.
There's a fine line, if no line, between a terrorist and a soldier. Like they're really, it just depends on what side you're on. That's all it is.
And that's what George Lucas, he was like, in my time,
the war on terror, and the war on terror was just, it was not a thing. I hate anytime people are like, woo, military, because it's just like, no, it shouldn't be necessary. Like the military just shouldn't. It's a damn shame that so many believe that a and I mean, I guess in this society with people with this kind of like brain, I don't know, like
they're chronically online and they don't like travel or even consider other cultures.
And humans accept like interpersonal, I mean, not interpersonal conflict, but like violent interpersonal conflict as a way of life, and it shouldn't be. It doesn't have to be. And it's just like, it's sad when people, like when we saw JD Vance say like gun violence is like a way of life. It's just like, no, it's not. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, and that shooting like happened close to us recently. So
we shouldn't
like
have to eventually choose a side because the war shouldn't be a thing in the first place.
I know, exactly.
Like,
so you don't feel bad for like feeling like you have to choose a side or you're getting political. Like if you're unpolitical, you're still political. You are siding with the oppressor. Like that's just all of our revolutionaries. That's everyone, any saint, you know, Joan of Arc. There's any person in history, notable person in history who fought for peace and made change and advancement in human society agrees with that. You can't just be chill and just be like, yeah, I have Nazi neighbors, it's fine.
And saying like military or war should not be necessary doesn't negate the fact that it's very real and it happens and we have to adapt. It's just like,
exactly.
It doesn't mean that we have the answers or whatever. It's just like, it's just an observation.
Yeah.
Like it should not be necessary, and people defending it or making excuses for it. It's just like, why? Okay. Really?
Caleb has beef against someone. I just
it's the promotion. It's like, it's very relevant. It's the whole like the military base, like seeing that military base on the planet. It's just like it's so like, I have brothers that are in the military, and one of them like the US has literally hundreds of military bases around the world.
It's power.
And people are like, we are keeping the world safe. Like, no, it's an like intimidation tactic.
So bad, yeah.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting, and it's not necessary. And just something about seeing that base there, it's just I hate it. I hate it.
Okay. Well, I meant like maybe someone, you read a comment or
something. Yeah, there have been multiple people that have been like
on this.
Although on our Star Wars stuff,
because no one's listening to them, I think is why they yell on our.
I know, but it's just like it's a common American sentiment, like in where I grew up. It is.
I think times are changing, though.
I hope so.
I really think times are changing. Do you hear that?
Yeah, buzzing? I heard it.
Okay.
It was like a static, just like a.
Well, I say like most of us, you know, and that's why I loved like the resolution kind of between the dad and the son. Anyways, I'm gonna stop this one here. So we have to say goodbye. Thank you to our patrons and our YouTube channel members. and everyone for watching. Thank you for letting us go at our own pace.
Yes.
And hopefully we see Aayla more, because I really like her.
And I like, if the rest of Clone Wars, like if it gets better from here, that's crazy.
I think it's when you were moving. Anyways. Bye-bye.